We designed today with three signature conversations. That's why we have the living room set up over here on my right. The conversations are with three people who I think have a lot to say. They have things to say because of the things that they've done. The first conversation will be with Craig Kucha from Cafe Reconcile. I'll give you some more about him in just a moment. Our second conversation today will be with Cheryl Dorsey, who's the president of Echoing Green. And she'll be talking about this from the investor side, a leading organization in the field. And then our third conversation today will be with Alpha Demolash from Rising Tide Capital, who some of you already know has been recognized nationally by President Obama and was one of our CNN heroes. And what I'd like to say about all these three conversations is we're going to take a little bit of time to sort of open the conversation between the two people on the stage, and then we're going to open it up to you. Ask your questions, get some dialogue going to see where things will go. Now, those are the three conversations for today. We also have breakout sessions, two breakout sessions during 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. First breakout session will happen around 11 o'clock, and the two titles for that session are So You Want to Be a Social Entrepreneur, that's the first one, and the second one is Show Me the Money, What Funders and Investors Look For in Social Ventures. We'll repeat those sessions with a slightly different setup and people in the afternoon breakout. So if you want to go to 1 in the morning or and then the other one in the afternoon, that's fine, or you can stay in the same session because you'll have different speakers. So that is how we'll flow today. We'll try to give you directions as to where you got to go and when you got to be there as we go. We'll have refreshments outside and some great networking. During lunchtime, we're going to set up some tables with topic cards. Those of you interested in buying local food, urban farming, we'll have a table area for you to sort of congregate. Those of you interested in youth and youth development, we'll have an area for you to congregate so that we can get some more dialogue going on even during lunch. So we've got a lot going on here, and we'll make sure that you know where you're supposed to be at the right time. But it's my pleasure now to direct your attention to page 8 inside of the program book. I'm not going to read the entire bios of the two people who are going to be up here on the stage. I'll just sort of tell you a little bit more about who they are and what they do. But we'll start with our program book on page 8. I met Craig just a few years ago when I was doing some work in Louisiana for the Lieutenant Governor's Office of Social Entrepreneurship. In Louisiana, they have a state office of social entrepreneurship. Very interesting. And Craig and I got to be on a panel together and he started to tell me some things about what they were doing. Had a chance to go to a restaurant known as Cafe Reconcile, which is a great place to eat, but it's also a great example of what we're talking about here today. What I'd like to do is to introduce Craig and Cafe Reconcile through a brief video. So sit back, relax, take a look at this video, and I'll be back in a moment to bring them on stage.